Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm NoO2, and the 2.2 patch notes are live for just about everybody now. I've already done an in-depth review on all of the patch notes, but there were some things that they didn't give the details about. They were buffing the loot, making it more valuable to sell. They didn't tell us by how much. They were making changes to the flashlight and the lighting in the game. How good is the flashlight now, and what's the dark areas look like without the flashlight even? They also told us that they were going to change the crafting costs for some of the armor, as well as make the delivery and dead drop missions easier. For the missions, they are not only more valuable, more lucrative, but you need to deliver less things. So, for instance, on the Project Fireball for ICA, you need to, at one point, it was deliver 2 portable labs to the ICA. Now it's only 1 portable lab. Kind of a big deal. Secondly, for the armor crafting, my assumption was actually that they're going to make the armor maybe more expensive, at least some of it, because they were making the armor more effective, increasing its ability to reduce damage. But as far as I can tell, they've reduced the cost on just about all of the armor. Green helmets used to cost like 4 hardened metals and 9 spinal bases. Now it's 2 hardened metals and less spinal bases. The restoration helmet, the green restoration helmet, used to cost 5 bright cap. Now it costs only 2, as well as the other material costs have been reduced. Green armor has all of the costs have been reduced. Most notably, blue armor. Blue armor used to cost 3 zero system CPUs. Now it only costs 1 zero system CPUs. I think blue armor, most notably, is way, way, way more attainable now. Way more attainable. You need 1 zero system CPU, 1 clear Velocitite, and the other material is also one of whatever it is. I don't remember now at this point. So all the armor way cheaper, as well as some of the backpacks. The large backpack used to take 3 Death Blossom. Now it only takes 1 Death Blossom, and the extra big backpack takes 1 across the board for all of its materials now. So kind of cool, making crafting way more valuable. I'd like to see the same done for the consumables, because once you unlock being able to buy the green consumables, it's actually not worth it to craft them. So, and then the materials, selling the materials, they are all more lucrative to sell. When it comes to like the common materials, all the gray materials, they typically sell for 1 XP and a couple hundred space bucks. Now they all typically sell for 2 XP to whatever faction you're selling it to, and a couple more space bucks. And that pattern sort of exists for just about everything. Sort of just like a notable portion of all the materials sell for more XP and for a couple more space bucks. And so, the final bit here. I am at the southwest side of the base camp, the central camp. This is the entryway to the main office. This is the room where there's the locked door with the key, as well as the dead drop in the corner. I don't know if you recall this, but this room was particularly dark. Particularly dark before the update, and I think you're going to be quite pleased with what we got going on here. This corner would be just almost unseeable. Way more reasonable now. That light seems brighter. This corner here, not nearly as dark. Keep in mind that we are entering a storm, so this is about as dark as it can possibly get. All fairly seeable. Because as the storm gets closer, the map gets darker, and so this is about as dark as it gets before the storm, and you can just see areas that were perpetual darkness are actually very, very visible. Very, very visible. This you wouldn't be able to see at all into this corner before. Now the storm has taken full effect and the room is darker. Maximum darkness now. Yeah, we can still sort of see because of this light and things like that. And now the flashlight. In the storm, the flashlight feels about the same, but It is significantly... the flashlight projects itself significantly further than it did before. Way better. The flashlight is better for sure. I didn't get to show it to you before the storm hits. Keep that in mind. In the storm, the flashlight goes further, but its brightness feels about the same as it did before. Not in the storm, the flashlight feels way, way, way better. But I actually think they did a decent job as far as still balancing the fact that this is a derelict space base with no power to it, or relatively little power to it. So there should be some dark areas and things like that, but I think much, much better. I think it made it way more satisfying for a lot of people. And outside, just more distance. I think that's what I can tell the most, is that if in areas where the flashlight ends up feeling the same as far as brightness goes, it definitely projects further more reliably. And then during the day, or even like right before the storm hits when it's darkest, the flashlight is way, way more effective. All right, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the patch. Oh, and I'll see you in the future.